What's up guys, it's me Charlie and we just had an OTA and we had a patch. Now let me talk about the OTA first. It's quite a brief OTA. I would say that the changes are pretty minor. Alright, it's on the screen. I hope you guys have read it. If you haven't, let me just run through very quickly. The first change is to Uatu the Watcher. So basically now you can see all three locations. I still think, while it's a very cool effect to have, right? It's really a very cool effect, but I don't see it displacing any other one course. And we'll probably see some people putting it in just for the laws and everything, but I don't see it being a meaningful change. Shadow King received a buff in that sense. Luke Cage doesn't prevent it from setting things back to base, but I don't think that's a big issue because most of the time people are running Luke Cage as a cover against hazmat, a fiction kind of thing. So not I see, of course it's a buff to Shadow King, but I don't really see it disrupting the usage rate of Luke Cage. So yeah, I do know that in certain circumstances it does make an impact, but I would say not substantially in terms of raw numbers, in terms of play rates and all that. The third change is that Moon Knight now discard an even cost. That's a good buff actually, because I mean you want to discard an even number because it's on turn 6 it's typically easier to fit 4-2, 2-2-2, alright, or in certain case 3-2. Alright, you can't fit a 3-5 in that sense. Okay, so mathematically it makes more sense to discard an even cost from your opponent's hand so that they could potentially lose their combo. But having said that, the problem is, what are you going to replace Moon Knight? What are you going to take out for Moon Knight? I don't see a card that Moon Knight can displace. So while it is a standalone wise, it's a nice buff, but I still don't see it being strong enough to move Moon Knight up the ranks. The final one is the change to Blink, whereby basically it's a wording change. Alright, I think it's just to clear up some technicals, not a big issue. It doesn't really affect the gameplay because we already it's just changing to what we are expecting it to. Alright, so yeah, I don't think the OTA is a big deal. Right, go read up on the patch notes yourself if you have no idea what am I talking about. Right, but basically it's pretty brief, pretty inconsequential, I would say. Right, now we move on to the next thing, which is Alliance. Now I think I really like this Alliance concept. The first thing is we finally have a way to interact with each other, alright, on this platform, on this gaming platform, which is through Alliance chat, as you can see on the screen. So I think it's pretty cool, right? Because finally we have a platform, we have an outlet to talk to each other and actually make friends, which is the point of online games, right? The fun thing of online games is that you get to meet other people, you make friends, you exchange views, you exchange experience, right? So we finally have this. I'm still hoping that one day, you know, we can chat with each other even though we may not be the same alliance, things like that, right? I mean, you could have found a very interesting deck, you want to ask a little bit more about that. Right now we can't, right? So I do like this function. The second thing that I find very interesting is the missions, as you can see here. And yep, okay, the mission, or rather they call it the bounties, right? And I kind of like it because there is a very wide variety, as you can see here. Okay, and it's very interesting because you can actually it's like actually cooking up a recipe, right? As you can see, my current bounty board is all about movements. Alright, I have to move 20 cards. Alright, I managed to get 2 of the same, so put them together at the same time, and it's like killing 2 birds with 1 stone. It's pretty fun, and I'm going to accomplish this mission with my Chicago deck, which is the Kingpin movement deck. Alright, so you see, it just so happened I roll into this as well. So put these 3 together and wow, I can clear the missions, the bounties very efficiently. And right now I'm going to claim these 2. Alright, I'm going to get the points. Alright, and moving on, I can add another 2 that, you know, has some synergy with whatever. that I'm looking to complete. So for example, I could add this play 4 cost card, because obviously this deck has 4 cost cards, right? But of course we have to take into consideration the points and things like that. So I think it makes this bounty thing is very fun, because you know, it can encourage people to try new decks. It can encourage people to play decks that they used to play but have forgotten. It just promotes more experimentation, right? Which is something I think is very good for the game, be it on a casual point, from a casual player point of view or competitive point of view, because you always want to be trying out new things. Okay, so I think it's very cool. This feature is very cool. And the next thing that I am very happy is we get more freebies, right? So we get, of course, the first 3 tiers are actually quite useless to get boosters for personal rewards, and moving forward, only when you hit the top 2 tiers can you get your credits, right? But here's the thing, it's not that difficult. Alliance have been out for like not even 24 hours, right? And on my personal rewards track, my weekly personal rewards track, I've already completed 3,000 out of 4,000 points. So it's very achievable. It's very achievable. It's very achievable. As you can see, what you need to do is to really mix and match the bounties, the mission that makes sense together. Like for example, another possible mix and match that we could do is here. You see, I actually roll 2 of the same. Destroy at least 8 cards in a match. Destroy at least 8 cards in a match. So if I were to add them up here together, well, all I have to do is, you know, again, kill 2 birds with 1 stone, which is what I did with my previous missions as well. So yeah, I think that this rewards track is very achievable, very easy to achieve the max tier. Alright, so I think that's good. That's good because, you know, 150 credits per week is not exactly a lot, but hey, that's additional 600 credits per month on the personal from the personal rewards track. On the Alliance rewards track, that's another additional 200. So per month, that's additional 800. So that's a total of 1,400 extra credits every month. Obviously not game breaking, but hey, at least it helps us move up the collection level. Up the collection level means more spotlight keys. So I do think that's a nice touch. Initially I thought we were just going to get, you know, some titles, avatars, but we got credits, so I'm very pleasantly surprised. Okay, and we are also getting a mystery variant if we hit the top Alliance reward, which I think is fantastic, right? Because this mystery variant could turn out to be, you know, something that can unlock an album. Okay, I mean, even if it's a pixel, you could be hitting the pixel album, so why not? I'm sure every one of us love the variants, alright, be it good or bad. At least if we get a bad variant, it could still be in an album. If you get a bad variant now, it means that we won't get that same bad variant, the variant that you don't like, alright? And that's good. I mean, you don't want to be spending gold and buying a crap variant, right? If you're trying out for the premium shop and then, you know, just hitting a random variant, things like that. So yeah, and in any case, a variant is a variant. Right, I'm sure whatever variant it is still better than the base card. At least it's something additional, right? So I'm very happy about this rewards track, to be very honest. Very achievable. I wouldn't say it's very generous, but I do find it acceptable. I do find it very acceptable. And yeah, the only thing that I have a little bit about this entire thing, this contribution, is that there is this cube thing, which, I mean, look, there can be a scenario if someone plays a lot, but you know, can't be bothered to mix and match those missions, just don't care. He can just keep playing a lot and get a lot of cubes, still contributes to the points, and I think that kind of defeats the purpose of having the bounties, the missions. So that is my only dislike. I think we shouldn't have this cube portion. We shouldn't have this cube portion, alright? I think we should just have this bounty portion. Okay, but well, it is what it is. To me, it's just a minor thing that I found very that goes against this entire thing about people forming an alliance, coming together to do missions together. Because, you know, if everyone plays a lot, there's no need to do the bounties at all, and the rewards will still be cleared because, well, the cubes contribute points as well. So you can just go on to ladder. You know, you play a game, you win 8 cubes, you win 4 cubes, you win 2 cubes, you win 1 cube, it gets added as a point, right? And honestly, sometimes it might I'm just thinking if somebody just plays a ton, he's going to max out on the personal rewards track very quickly, and you know, keep contributing a ton of points. Don't even have to mix and match the active bounties at all. But well, I guess I'm happy with this OTA, this update, this patch. Fantastic. In terms of balanced play, I think we didn't see much changes. Nothing very substantial, nothing that impactful, but it's okay, it's okay. I think we are still settling around Cassandra Nova, Ajax, Arisham adjustments. So no need for a rush, and this week's spotlight is there's no new card as well. So maybe I think it's a good time to, you know, let things settle a little bit, let the meta see where we are heading to before we take another new direction in terms of balancing. Yup, and the sad thing is I have to spend 4 keys to get Hope Summers. And yeah, but it is what it is. I do think that Hope Summers is a strong card. I do think that it's a SA tier level kind of card. I do not have any decks for Hope Summers at the moment. I'm just right now the only deck that I have shoved into my collection is this mid-range Darkhawk Hope Summers deck. Yup, I titled it There Is Hope, but so far I haven't actually played with it much. Okay, but somehow the Conquest Shop gave me a lot of her boosters. I can actually upgrade it to this level without even playing. I think I played less than 5 games with this deck yet. With this deck, so yeah, it's okay. We'll do a little bit more experiment. We'll do a little bit more experimentation with Hope Summers in the future. Right, so yep, that's all for today's video. Just my thoughts on the patch, the OTA and Alliance. I'm sorry if my voice sounds very off, and yeah, I'm running a flu at the moment. So yep, happy snapping.